Hello everyone, and a huge welcome to all the students from Europe Hotel School. I am so excited to be your guide today as we dive into one of the most incredible transformations happening in our industry right now.
You know, I've spent years working on the front lines, integrating AI into modern hospitality operations, and I'm genuinely thrilled to be a part of your learning journey. We are absolutely committed to supporting your professional growth as you step into this amazing industry.
Okay, so let's get right into it. The big question we're going to tackle today is this. How does a modern hotel, a building that's alive 24/7 with massive energy needs, go from just being a customer of the power company to becoming its own intelligent power plant? It sounds like science fiction, right? But as you're about to see, the answer is this amazing blend of smart hardware and even smarter artificial intelligence.
So, where does this journey begin? Well, it all starts with this big industry push toward net zero. Let's be clear, sustainability isn't just a nice-to-have anymore. For any top-tier hotel, it's a core piece of the brand. Your future guests will expect it, investors are demanding it, and honestly, the planet really needs it. This has pushed so many hotels to install these huge solar arrays on their roofs. But that creates a whole new problem.
Here's the catch with solar power. It's what we call intermittent. The sun isn't always shining, right? And more importantly, it's often not shining when a hotel needs that power the most. I mean, just think about it. The busiest time for a hotel is often that late afternoon check-in rush right into the evening, and that's exactly when the sun is starting to go down. So you've got this huge gap between when you make the power and when you need the power.
And this slide right here, this tells the whole story. On the left, that's the dream. It's a perfect, sunny day, giving you this smooth, predictable energy curve. But the reality for a hotel operator? Well, it's the chart on the right. It's jagged, it's unpredictable, it's affected by every cloud that passes by. And managing that unpredictability is the real challenge.
So how do we solve it? This is where things get really cool. We have to move beyond just sticking panels on a roof. We enter the world of AI-powered precision. And this starts way before a single panel ever gets installed, using incredible platforms like Aurora Solar.
The secret sauce here is a technology called LiDAR. The easiest way to think about it is like a super advanced radar, but instead of radio waves, it uses light. It scans the entire property and its surroundings, creating this amazingly detailed 3D map. We're talking accurate down to the millimeter. This data becomes the raw material for the AI to work its magic. So the AI takes all that rich LiDAR data and builds what we call a digital twin. And this is not just some simple 3D drawing. It is a perfect one-to-one virtual replica of your hotel's roof and everything around it. It's basically a digital sandbox, a perfect simulation, where the AI can test thousands of designs to find the absolute mathematically perfect layout.
So what's the AI actually looking for in this digital world? Oh, everything. It maps out the shadows cast by that building next door, not just for today, but for every hour of every day of the year. It can even predict how the trees on the property will grow over the next decade and how their shadows will change. And, critically, it accounts for the hotel zone equipment up on the roof, the HVAC units, the vents, anything that could cast a shadow. The goal is to make sure every single panel is placed in the absolute best spot for maximum power generation.
But the AI's job isn't over once the system is installed. Not even close. From that moment on, it becomes the system's guardian, constantly monitoring what's called the performance ratio. This is just a fancy term for how well the panels are turning sunlight into electricity. If a panel's performance dips, maybe because it's dirty or has a technical glitch, the AI flags it instantly. It protects this huge financial investment and makes sure it's always working as hard as it possibly can. Okay, so the system is built, it's optimized, it's running at peak performance. Now the AI puts on a completely different hat. It becomes the super fast, super smart energy manager. Honestly, you can think of it like a high-frequency trader on Wall Street. But instead of trading stocks and bonds, it's trading electrons. Here's the game plan. The AI is constantly analyzing the hotel's energy needs and comparing that to the price of electricity from the grid, which changes throughout the day. It knows that, say, 6 p.m. is when power is going to be the most expensive. So what does it do? In the middle of the afternoon, when the sun is blazing and the hotel is quieter, it takes all that extra solar energy and juices up these huge on-site batteries. Then, at 6 p.m. sharp, it flips the switch. It discharges the batteries, powering the entire hotel with its own stored energy, completely avoiding those peak prices. It's genius.
And when a hotel starts doing this, intelligently generating, storing, and using its own power, something fundamental changes. It completely transforms the hotel's identity in the energy world. It's no longer just a passive customer.
It becomes what we call a prosumer, and this is a really important word for you to know. It's a mashup of producer and consumer. The hotel is now producing its own clean energy and consuming it. It's gone from being a passive bill payer to an active, intelligent player in the energy market.
So what does that look like in real terms? Well, check this out. A hotel that used to be 100% dependent on the grid for every watt of power can now flip that script entirely. In a typical setup like this, the hotel might be generating 60% of its own energy. That is a massive shift in self-sufficiency.
So why does this matter so much? It's really a triple win. First, you're squeezing every last drop of financial value out of that solar investment. Second, you're making a real, measurable impact by reducing your carbon footprint. And third, and this is huge from a business perspective, you're shielding your hotel from the crazy price swings in the energy market. You create cost stability in a very unstable world.
Okay, let's bring it all home. For you, the people who are going to be leading this industry into the future, what are the big takeaways here? What should you be thinking about?
If you remember one thing from our time together, let it be this. Technology like this is no longer just a utility. It's not like the plumbing or the elevators that just run in the background. It has moved front and center. Smart infrastructure is now a core strategic asset that you can actively use to drive profit, to create an amazing brand story, and to add real, tangible value to your property.
And that's the thought I want to leave you with. We've just spent this whole time talking about how AI can completely change something like energy management. So my question to you is, what's next? As you build your careers, I want you to constantly ask yourselves, what other part of the hotel, revenue management, housekeeping, the front desk, guest services, what else can be completely revolutionized using this same kind of smart, data-driven, AI-powered thinking? The opportunities are absolutely endless. Thank you.